Welcome back for another deep dive. Today, we're getting into Talis Shirot's book, The Influential Mind.
Yeah, a really fascinating look at influence.
Absolutely. Our mission today is to kind of unpack why changing minds, someone else's, or even, our own, is just so incredibly difficult.
Right.
We'll be looking at neuroscience, psychology, behavioral economics, basically how our brains work against us sometimes, or for us, maybe.
Exactly. And what Shiro makes really clear is that it's not just about throwing facts at people. It doesn't work that way.
Not at all.
Influence is shaped by 7 key factors, often working under the radar.
Okay, 7 factors. Let's start unpacking those. First up, priors. Our existing beliefs, right? It's wild how we automatically lean towards info that fits what we already think. We filter things out.
We do. It's a confirmation bias, essentially.
And Charette talks about this backfire effect. You give someone solid facts against a really strong belief.
And they dig in even harder.
Yeah, it actually reinforces the opposite view sometimes. Crazy.
Well, it makes sense from the brain's perspective. Our brains are really fundamentally wired for consistency.
Consistency, okay.
Yeah, we need to maintain our mental frameworks. So when something comes along that directly challenges a core belief,
It feels like an attack.
pretty much,
Yeah.
a threat. So just hitting it head on with facts, it often backfires because, honestly, consistency often trumps accuracy for our mental comfort.
So you need to, align with them first? Or gently reframe?
Exactly. Find common ground before you challenge.
Okay, so that's priors. But what about getting people to do something, not just change a belief? Shirot talks about emotion and incentives.
Right, yes. Very powerful.
Why does hope seem to work better than fear? I mean, you see those ads, right? A smiling face versus a guilt trip image.
Right. Or think about telling someone, wear your coat, you'll feel great tomorrow, versus wear your coat or you'll get sick.
Yeah, the positive one feels better, more motivating.
It is. Because emotional resonance, it just consistently beats cold facts for motivation. Our brains respond more strongly to potential gains, to positive stuff.
Than to threats or negative outcomes way down the line.
Precisely. So that positive framing and maybe offering immediate tangible rewards.
Yeah.
Much more persuasive.
Okay, that leads nicely into agency and curiosity. This one really got me.
How so?
Well, the difference between telling someone you will eat this fruit salad versus asking, which fruit salad would you like?
Oh, the power of choice.
Yeah.
Agency.
Yeah, it
Ooh.
feels completely different. And then curiosity. Just that urge to fill a knowledge gap. Apparently it activates dopamine.
It does. Giving people that sense of control, that choice, it boosts engagement massively. It creates psychological ownership.
Psychological ownership. I like that. This is my choice.
Exactly. It increases commitment. And yeah, curiosity is a huge motivator. Our brain gets a little kick, a reward from figuring things out, from closing that information gap. Learning feels good.
So true. Okay, briefly then, she also touches on mental state.
Right. Like stress or tiredness.
Yeah. Have you ever noticed how if you're really stressed or exhausted, it's like messages just bounce off?
Absolutely. Timing and context are crucial. If someone's brain is overloaded, anxious, whatever.
Forget trying to change their mind about something complex.
Exactly. Their capacity is just lower. You have to consider their mental bandwidth.
And the last one is social context. Our beliefs aren't formed in a bubble, right?
Not at all. We're social creatures. Influenced by our griefs, our tribes.
Like filter bubbles online.
Yeah.
Where we only see stuff that confirms what we think because of algorithms or friends.
That's a perfect example of social learning maybe gone a bit awry. But on the flip side, finding common bonds, shared identities, that can make people much more receptive.
Creates psychological safety.
Precisely. Makes them feel understood, not attacked.
Exactly.
So yeah, all these factors together, priors, emotion, incentives, agency, curiosity, mental state, social context, they really challenge that old idea that you just need logic and data.
Yeah, it's not enough.
Shirot gives us more of a science-backed toolkit. It respects how human brains actually work.
So wrapping this up, the big takeaway for you listening seems to be, if you want to inform or persuade or just inspire some change, you've really got to go beyond just the facts. Engage emotions, spark curiosity, give people a sense of agency, and, respectfully connect with what they already believe. Consider where they're at mentally and socially.
And this isn't about manipulation, right?
Yeah.
It's about smarter, more effective communication based on science.
Exactly. Intelligent communication.
And understanding this stuff, how minds really work, it's essential for anyone, leaders, teachers, parents, anyone trying to genuinely connect and, yes, influence positively.
So here's something to maybe chew on. Thinking about your own life, how could you use these ideas from the influential mind? How can you communicate better, maybe understand others better?
Moving beyond just the facts.
Yeah. How can you truly connect, spark that curiosity, foster that agency in your own interactions? Something to think about.